Good day. Welcome to the StormMeister Active Flood Seal demonstration. In front of you here is a StormMeister door fitted with a StormMeister Active Flood Seal. I'll just open the door now so we can see the flood seal, which is all the way around the bottom of the door to a height of 1 metre. There we have the testing tank into which the water is going to be poured, and here we have the holding tank in which we have the water that is going to go into the testing tank. I'm now going to close the door, put the camera down just to close the door. And now we can start pumping water into the testing tank. So I'll switch that on now. As you can see, the water's going in and we're pumping it against the door to get a more realistic flood situation. This is quite a lengthy process. It takes about 8 minutes for the water to go in, so if you feel like zooming forward on the video, by all means do so. But I'll leave this running for the full 8 minutes whilst the tank goes up to the level of 600, which is the PAS 1188 level, which you'll see marked on the door here. We have the 600mm level, which in Oldham is 2 feet. Now, the PAS 1188 actually allows leakage at 600. But we don't allow leakage, so we get to 600 without any leakage at all occurring. You'll see at the front of the door here, the bottom, the floor is perfectly dry, and that's how it will stay throughout the length of the testing. I just slosh the water around a little to get a more realistic idea of a flood situation. Slosh them against the door there. The level's coming up nicely now. We're beyond the bottom of the door and the bottom of the door panel. So we keep coming up now. As you can see here, the floor is still perfectly dry, as we'd expect it to be. Height now coming up. I'll just do a little bit more sloshing, if not just to relieve the boredom. As you can see, we're still perfectly dry, the bottom of the door outside. Or as would be in the house, this would be the inside, of course. Coming up nicely now. I'd say we're more than halfway. just put the camera down because the pump in the test tank is about to automatically switch itself off. In the holding tank rather, should I say. There we go, I've secured the pump now, so it won't automatically switch off. We're still going up nicely here in the testing tank. We're not far off now for all of you who have got extremely bored with waiting. Just do some more sloshing to relieve the boredom. As you will see, still nothing on the outside of the door, or as I should say, as we're standing now on what would be the inside of the house, because the door opens inwards towards us, so we would now be standing in the hallway, or inside the kitchen indeed, where there's a back door. So you can see we're still perfectly dry on the inside of the house, and on the outside of the house here we can see the water now coming up to the PAS 1188 standard of 600 millimeters. In old money that's 2 feet, and the PAS 1188 allows leakage at that height, but we don't have leakage with the StormMeister Active Flood Seal. The flood seal that it tightens as the water rises. The seal uses the water pressure to tighten against the door leaf and against the door frame. So there's better flood resistance, or increased flood resistance, shall we say, as the water rises. As you can see now, we're above the 600 level, and looking on the outside of the door, as you can see there, we're still perfectly dry. So what I'll do now, I'll go and switch off the pump in the holding tank, and I'll switch off the camera. Thank you for watching.